Did you know you can actually damage your MacBook just by cleaning it? Believe me, this is one of the simplest and the silliest things that you need to watch out for. So let me guess, you're probably using your MacBook like this, or even like this. Okay, so maybe that last one was just me, but using your laptop on your bed is actually probably the worst thing you could do for it. By doing this, you're not allowing the air to circulate properly throughout your MacBook. So instead, your MacBook will heat up, which will ruin your battery. It'll degrade it over time, which will really shorten our MacBook's lifespan, which is obviously the last thing we want to do. But this leads me to my next point, which I can guarantee that you never do. After time goes on, your MacBook will naturally pick up dust. And if you're using a MacBook Pro, this is dangerous. You see, inside your MacBook, there are a couple of fans used to cool your computer. And as dust builds up, they can become less efficient and can even just stop working. But you might not be able to fix this. I mean, not on your own at least. You can grab a can of compressed air and blow up the dust from inside your Mac and around the fans. But I'd only recommend doing this if you actually know what you're doing. Otherwise, I'd recommend bringing it to Apple and having them clean it out for you. Remember when I said,
You can actually damage your MacBook just by cleaning it.
never, ever use any detergents or Windex to clean your MacBook, especially the screen, because it can really degrade the screen over time. And I don't know about you, but I really don't want to pay Apple to fix my screen because I don't have that much money. So you're only going to want to use a microfiber cloth. You're also only going to want to use a specific cleaning solution meant for electronics. Dampen the cloth with a solution and gently clean your MacBook this way. Speaking of gentle though, most of you probably are not gentle with your MacBooks.
Shame on you.
I have seen so many people treat their MacBooks like this, and even like this. Seriously, you are going to ruin the hinges on your MacBook, and squeezing the display will actually ruin it as well. And if you keep shaking your MacBook so much, well, actually this applies to MacBooks 2012 and older, but with those older hard drives and those older MacBooks, you're shaking the hard drive so much, and they have moving parts, right? So by shaking them, they're gonna fail eventually. Heck, even the screen can break if you're shaking it too much. Even a small fall can break it. Don't believe me? Well, here's a story that's gonna prove it to you. So I had a roommate named Danny, right? And he used his MacBook Air on his bed pretty much all the time. And he wasn't the most gentle with it, okay? And the one time he was using it, he got up, it slid off his bed. Mind you, our floor was carpet at the time, so it was still pretty soft. Bounced off that. Actually, it happened multiple times, more than once, way more than once, like hundreds of times. And 9 times out of 10, his MacBook was completely fine. But the one time it did fall, hit the ground, bounced, he opened the screen, never turned on again. It stayed black. It ruined the entire thing. Now, I know it's falling and not shaking it up, but it doesn't take much. Like, it only fell maybe like a foot off the bed onto the carpet, but that was enough to just ruin the entire thing. That's how fragile these computers are. So the lesson here is be careful, or you're gonna ruin your screen and you're gonna ruin your hard drive. But speaking of hard drives, you should really buy an external one, which I'll go ahead and link below as well. Filling up your computer with files, like packing up your hard drive completely full, will actually cause it to slow down, freeze, and even crash. So delete what you can in your MacBook and back up everything else, because you really don't want to ruin your $2,000 MacBook, or plus if you spend that much. Because trust me, I've been there before and it's not fun to pay for. So here's a story about an almost fire with a MacBook. Okay, so my friend Ryan came home from work one day, right? And he goes to plug in his MacBook to charge because it's dead, obviously. So he plugs it in, he goes to the kitchen, starts making food, cleaning up, getting ready for the afternoon. I think he has like some things going on. Then all of a sudden he gets this whiff of smoke. And he's like, what the heck, what's smoking in my house? So it's not his food, he's a great cook, trust me. I've eaten his food, he's a great cook. But he follows the trail and he follows it back to his room. And right over the corner where he plugged his MacBook in, there's smoke coming from it. So quickly he rushes over, he goes and unplugs his MacBook immediately so it doesn't, so it doesn't catch on fire. So what happened? Well, Ryan's old charger broke, so he went on Amazon and bought an off-brand charger from there. Which makes sense because Apple's chargers are like over $100, right? And Amazon, I think they're like $40 on there. But these are bad. These off-brand chargers are super dangerous. They're not made to be quality chargers, but just to be a band-aid that fills the need. They can really harm your MacBook, they can overheat, and obviously they can start a fire, which no one wants a house fire due to their MacBook. I mean, that's just even more money I don't have. So the next one is probably the most ridiculous thing we could talk about, but it's one that everyone seems to do. My old housemate Josh and I were gonna go sit down and watch a movie together. Josh was in the kitchen making some hot chocolate that his family sent over, his favorite hot chocolate, because we were in Australia at the time, so they sent it from the US for him to make. So he makes his hot chocolate, comes over to his MacBook, we're about to watch a movie, sits down with his MacBook, puts his hot chocolate right there next to his MacBook, pulls in the table closer to him, and his hot chocolate goes everywhere, all over his MacBook Air. When I tell you this this dude screamed, man, he screamed loud. But the same goes with eating near your MacBook, which I'm guilty of too, but we just shouldn't be doing it. But what you should do is go and comment below and let us know of any other tips or bad habits we should probably avoid, because I guarantee there's things that I missed that we're all doing that are probably putting our MacBooks in danger. And if you have a MacBook or even an iPhone and you want to learn how to iMessage your Android friends,
yes, it works.
then check out this video right here because I show you exactly how to do it.